Let's start. Give me your name and occupation.
Kevin Napier, senior tour trailer technician.
What does that mean?
Glorified truck driver.
Okay, so the tour is in the midst of their Florida swing, and we've always wondered how do these equipment companies, you know, move their equipment and trucks and everything from one location to the next. So what better way to find out than to go see firsthand? So we're gonna drive down, we're gonna link up with the truck just outside the gate, we're gonna hitch a ride up here to Sawgrass, and we're gonna get a peek at the whole operation.
How often does something fall off the truck into your bag?
A lot when I first started. I was testing a lot. A lot of players take that U-grind out. Looks like I just got done driving here. Building clubs, I don't feel nervous when I build clubs, but I do get a little nervous when you're parking this thing.
How often do you get this thing stuck?
That's the first time, so there you go.
Either of you much experience riding a semi-truck?
My man TC is. I'm not.
A lot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty deep in that scene.
You have your CDL and you can build golf clubs. There's not too many of us out here. There's probably only about 12 or 13 of us that do this job. So first of all, have to go to truck driving school if you've never driven a truck. My instructor took us to the hill the first day. So you're driving a stick. It's a little intimidating. You're sitting straight up in a hill and you've got to learn how to control the clutch first day. So you kind of get like the jitters out. The truck I learned in was a manual. So it was a little bit different than this. This is like a Cadillac compared to what I learned on. So
I kind of thought they were all manual, to be honest.
yeah, they are. The newer ones are not. So
That speaks to Deej's lack of familiarity with the trucker scene.
The real.
I got that right there.
Oh, I like that.
I wish I had this because the kids always go past me. You know, I do it every time. My wife told me, she's like, if you don't honk every single kid that does this, I will divorce you. Grew up working in the cart barn, just like all of us, I think. Played in college a little bit, off and on. Got a job with Callaway Golf with their tech vans. So kind of learned how to build and travel and live on the road, so to speak.
So did you ever sleep in here?
In 3.5 years, I have never had to sleep in here. This year, we're slated to be at, I think, 37 events. Plus, we'll do probably 2 or 3 weeks of testing in the fall for our new woods. We're all kind of forced to get along. We see each other more than we see our families. Last year, I was away from home 42 weeks. Probably between 240 and 250 nights in a hotel. Yeah, so a lot of Marriott points.
You probably have pretty good status.
Pretty good status. Good status at truck stops and good status at Marriott.
How's your wife with travel?
She's good. I mean, obviously she wants me home as much as I can be. We're both in the golf industry. She knows that been wanting to do this for a long time and love what I do. On the West Coast, I was out for about 45 days straight, and she came out a couple times and brought the dog. So, kind of bring the family life out on the road, so to speak, to the West Coast. But yeah, she gets it. We try to make it work. But I'm fortunate to have somebody that knows what I do and supports it.
What does the truck have a name?
Yeah, I just named her Bertha. I mean, it's for obvious reasons, Big Bertha. If we're stepping on it, we get 5.5 miles to the gallon. We got to sell a lot of golf clubs. Put gas in Bertha. She's thirsty. It's kind of unique as far as the truck goes. Is it's got a long nose. It looks very unique coming down the road. Some people say it looks like a transformer, somewhat. Like even truck drivers are like, man, that's a sweet truck.
That's what I was gonna ask you about. What's your? How do the real 18-wheel?
Dean, he love him to death. He's a redneck. I'm a redneck. I don't care. I'll say it. His boss said, "Go buy a truck." This is what he ended up with. But this is a Harley Davidson edition, so there's only 100 of them. And of course, he had to go get the one that was, there's only 100 of them made. To get parts for it, it takes a while. Dallas to PGA, which is in Long Island, it's about 1,300 miles, and then turn around and come back to Fort Worth. So that used to be my favorite drive of the year because it was 30 miles. Now it's 3,000. So that one's a little bit worse this year.
I'm going through trucker lingo. Do you know what a bear in the bushes means?
No, what's that mean?
It means law enforcement is hiding somewhere, probably with a radar gun. Bullfrog, chicken coop, a county mountie, Evel Knievel.
What's that?
It's a cop on a bike.
Okay.
We gotta keep our eye out on Tron. He's prone to pick up a lot lizard or a sleeper creeper.
It's a very tight-knit group. If somebody breaks down, if somebody needs help, there's always 2 or 3 people there to stop, help us. Oh, he's already sold me. Everybody's very skilled. You know, everybody's been building golf clubs out here for years. These guys are the best builders around. But I trust these guys, and they're very helpful, and they've helped me a lot. A lot of these shafts are $300, $400, $500 a piece. So when I screw one up, I feel a little bad sometimes.
What's more stressful, building the clubs or driving the truck?
Depends on who you're building for. You know, like Xander playing in Hawaii, I think it was 5-wood or hybrid he hit into 18. I don't know why I was like, man, I hope the head stays on here. I try to build every club the same, just like, you know, you try to treat everybody the same. The Flash Sub-Zero, we have 4 different versions out here. The most popular one is the triple diamond. So it has 3 diamonds on the sole there, or on the, I guess, next to the loft. It's a little smaller version of our Flash. Also, we have different lofts out here than you have in retail. So this is kind of a 4-wood. So that's a 16.5. You wouldn't go into a store and say, I need a 13.6 3-wood. You'd say I need a 13.5 or a 15. Where here, we can bend or we can adjust to get to that specific lofty line. It's both ends of the spectrum as far as gear heads with the players. Daniel Berger could care less. He wants to know his clubs are a certain way. He swings the golf club, we make the clubs, and that's great. You know, he trusts us. He knows they're going to be right the first time, and knows we're gonna nail it every time. Yeah, this is where we keep all the hats. Everybody gets fresh hats every week, so 3 or 4 hats depending on where we're at. You know, some guys get a few more if they sweat through them. Some players, they're over your shoulder. And that's not a bad thing. They are genuinely into it. They want to know why you're doing this. They want to know, why is this going to make me better? And stuff gets out of spec. You know, if they're hitting off mats, if they're hitting off firm turf, if they're hitting off, you never know. So Adam Hadwin, he is religious about coming in here every 2 weeks, where he'll send his caddy, and it's a good thing. I've got probably 5 or 6 players' lofts and lies memorized, just because I've seen them for 2 or 3 years. We do have a lot of guys that play the retail ball. We do have custom balls on here as well. So Chrome Soft X Diamond.
These are tour only.
Tour only? Tour only. Can't get those.
Sorry, Randy.
Unless you drive the truck.
How's Phil when he comes in?
He's great. He's awesome. He's always in a great mood. He's always joking. I don't think I've ever seen a frown or upset, Phil. He always comes in and wants to try something, whether it's like, he usually leads with, what do you think about this? And it's always like, because I always get to build it. I'm like, it's always a Frankenstein club. Like, it's a 5-wood that's 40 inches and 30 grams of glue in it, that's 8 degrees open and 17 degrees aloft. He's always messing with you. Like, he will sit over your shoulder when you're loft and lying something and make sure and ask you, you sure you're doing that right? Smokey on the left.
Oh boy.
The gumball machine popping off there.
Kevin, TC's got priors. We didn't tell you that.
So. You got warts out.
We catch any heat.
We need to stop.
Ready?
What do you got, mood lighting?
Yeah, here we go. Some floor lighting there.
Oh, fancy.
How's it going?
How you been?
I'm good. Good to see you. Any other trucks coming through here tonight?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any of them give you any trouble?
I should have called you ahead and said you should need to stop them and not let them in.
The best part of my job is getting to be out here every week, working with the players, working with the best in the world. Driving's fine, it doesn't bother me. You know, a lot of guys get, you know, they say driving's bad's not that bad. Being out here, having a new office every week, you know, having a new setting every week. You know, one week you're at Torrey, one week you're at Pebble. Those aren't bad places to work.